you want to be someone that stands out? Do you want to be someone that lives an amazing life? Do you want to be the one that they call the anomaly? Do you want to be the one that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, they talk about how legendary you were, your work ethic. They talk about the greatness that you exuded in every single thing that you did. Well, here's exactly how you do it. Here's how you become the anomaly. First things first is to believe that you are. To believe that you are the 1% of 1%. And in that, to do everything that it takes to do and be 1% of wherever it is that you are. 1% of your industry. And how do you do that? Well, you have to outwork everyone. And you have to have a vision so big that people just follow you for it. And this is what I've done in my own life. I have a vision so big and have executed on it very well. And people follow me for that. People want to learn from me for that. My family band's behind, like everyone around me is a part of this movement and a part of the journey. That is how you become the anomaly. You have to do the work that other people are not willing to do. And I don't believe that people that are considered titans of industry, people that are considered anomalies, I don't think that that's by accident. It's because you meticulously had a vision and you went after that with full force. And that's what I do every day. And if you want to be a person that's 1% of 1%, you have to have a vision. You have to stand for that vision no matter what. And you have to follow through on what you say you're going to do. If you ever say that you have this big vision and you want to do all these things, you have all these big goals and you don't do them, well, then people will start to fall off. That's what happens. And so whatever you say, follow through on it. That's how you become 1% of 1%, because most people say things, they never do them. Most people say they're going to start that business. They never do it. And so you actually become the anomaly by just not being the 99%. Just don't be most people. How do you not be most people? By not being lazy, by not seeking comfort all the time, by getting up, going to train, disciplining yourself. You say you're going to do something, you do it. And that's what I've learned how to become, a sayer and a doer. If I say I'm going to get up at 3:30 in the morning, I will get up at 3:30 in the morning. If I say I'm going to film content, I will film content. If I say it's time to hire someone else, I will hire someone else. Whatever I say I'm going to do, it doesn't matter what it is, I'm going to do it. And you can actually challenge yourself by just doing small things. I'm going to make my bed today. Make your bed. Do it. Start saying things to yourself. I'm going to do 50 push-ups. You're going to do 50 push-ups? Do the 50 push-ups and discipline yourself in that. Because when you say things to yourself, and then you actually do those things, or if you tell someone else, I'm going to do this. If it's small, I'm going to run down the street today. Go run down the street. You start building trust with yourself. This is how you become 1% of 1%. Because you don't understand that most people don't do anything or don't follow through on anything that they say they're going to follow through on. Even people that'll start the business. They start the business, they make the LLC. Oh my God, it's so exciting. This is so great. This is so great. And then that first line of resistance comes up. The first test to show you, to tell you, are you really about this or are you not? That first line of resistance comes up, and then that's it. There's no more business. This is a scam. I'm scared. I'm going to go back to my job. That's what happens, which is why most businesses fail. That's why there's that statistic where people will say, oh, 90% of businesses fail. Well, that's because those people had that first line of resistance and decided that it was too much. They couldn't do it. So even you had all these big dreams and you had these big visions and you weren't able to follow through on them. So having follow through is one of the biggest ways to become the 1% of 1%. The other thing too is just enjoying what you do. I genuinely enjoy work. I enjoy making content. I enjoy doing land deals. I enjoy helping clients. I enjoy all of these things so much. I enjoy it. And I can't stop doing it. I'm addicted to it. And so becoming addicted to your work is also a way to become 1% of 1%, because most people dread the work that they do. Most people hate the work that they do. They don't think about it. They're not passionate about it. When you can be passionate about the way that you're adding value to the marketplace, do you know how much more money you're going to make over a longer period of time just because you're passionate about that one thing? It's all you can think about. You become obsessed with it. I become obsessed with figuring out how to help people. Whether it's in my land business, whether it's in my consulting business, I become obsessed with figuring out how to help people. And so because I become obsessed with that, I'm always looking for new ways, which is why if you go to my videos from a year ago, I'm talking about innovative ways to reach sellers that are completely different from what I was talking about a year ago, because I'm always innovating new things in my own business, because I'm always testing new things in my own business, because I'm passionate about it. Most people have no passion for what they're doing. And when I say passion, that doesn't mean oh, find your passion. No, what I'm passionate about is building an empire. Now, however I had to do that, as long as it was legal, I was going to do it. Whether I was since I've been a kid, however I could build my empire, I was going to do that. And that's how you have to be. Don't worry about being like, figure out the ways to get the money first and then go be a painter. And if you can make money painting right now, go ahead and go do it. But figure out ways to make the money first. Figure out ways to add value to the marketplace as quickly as you possibly can. You do this, you start to become the anomaly. You start to become the person that people look up to. You start to become the person that everyone's like, how did he do that? You start to become oh, he's a legend. He's this, he's that. She's this, she's that. You start to become that person. Why? Because you focus on the money first. Because you focus on your craft first. The other thing is to be extremely accountable for yourself. I realize that everything is my fault, no matter what. So if I'm doing something great, it's my fault. If I'm doing something wrong, it's also my fault. Most people don't take any responsibility. Most people have no accountability for themselves in any situation at all, which is why they can never progress, which is why year after year, I see the same people having the exact same conversations. People I've had to distance myself from, but the same people having the exact same conversations, no elevation whatsoever. And if you're around people like that as well, you need to get away from them. Get far away from them. I don't surround myself with anyone who's not going to be talking about more ideas, more business, how to make more money. And anyone that tries to down me for talking about making more money, talking about doing deals, talking about success, talking about wins, anyone that tries to down you for that, get away from them. You want to be in communities, you want to be in masterminds, you want to be around people, you want to be in groups that are going to clap when you win and share their wins right back. And there's no egotistical competition. Because it's very far and few between at the top, because the people at the top were willing to do what the people that are not at the top were not. That's the only reason why. There's nothing special. There's nothing inherently special besides drive, determination, and just an unwavering ability to say fuck no to that loss. I'm not losing. That's it. And most people just lose. Most people just quit. I have not an ounce of quit in me. I don't care what war I have to fight. I don't care what battle I have to go through. I don't have an ounce of quit in me. It doesn't exist. And this is, even if like this is just my personality, right? I box. So I've sparred guys that were way better than me. And if they're beating me up, cool. I'm going to put my hands up. I'm going to figure out how to learn from this. I'm going to move my head. I'm going to hit you back. Cool. You can be a professional. Great. I'm going to hit you back. I'm going to get 1 or 2 hits in. And then the next time I spar you, I'm going to do 10 times better because I'm not going to fucking lose. And if you want to be great, if you want to be 1% of 1%, you have to have an unwavering ability to say, no, I'm not quitting. I'm not going to quit no matter what. No matter if it takes me 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. This is the other thing. So many people look for the results to happen so fast. They're not looking for the process. You got to enjoy that process. You want the results so quickly. You're worried about getting the results so quickly, but you're not willing to do everything that is going to be willing to take, everything that it's going to take to get to that result. You just want the result. You want the gratification. This is not fucking TikTok. This is not I open TikTok and I look up whatever I look up and I see it immediately. This is not Uber Eats where I can order whatever I want to order and I get it immediately. This is not that. This is set a plan, execute every single day. Execute every single day on the exact plan that I said I was going to do every day. And it may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. But are these inputs correct? If the inputs are correct, I'm going to keep going. If not, if I have to make some changes, great. But you can't be in this cycle of wanting these things overnight. That is how you end up with the rest of everyone else. That is how you end up with the rest of everyone else who blames this and blames that and blames this and is broke on their couch. and has no money and can't go anywhere, has no location freedom, has no time freedom, has nothing. Who wants to live like that? Because life is meant to be lived how you want it to be lived. It's meant to be lived by design. Life is not meant to fiddle through. Life is not meant to just like the car salesman thing. Life is not meant for this. That's not what life is meant for. Take control of your life. You take control of your life, you become the anomaly. You become the 1% of 1%, because most people have no control over their life. Most people are looking to fit in with this group and that group and this person and this person. They have no control. Take control. That's how you become the 1% of 1%. The other thing that I've developed is an ability to not care about what people think about me, one way or the other. You think great about me? Great, respect. You think bad about me? Great, respect. I don't care. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be my authentic self no matter what. And you have to be this way if you want to be 1% of 1%, because too many people switch up how they are because what other people are going to think about them. And this can come from insecurities. It can come from all sorts of things, but you have to be sure of yourself. You have to be sure of what you want. You have to be sure of your vision. And when people recognize that you're sure of yourself, it's very easy to band behind someone that is sure of themselves. When you're unsure of yourself, and I'm not talking about a fake confidence, when you really know who you are, when you really know what you want out of life, the world around you will shape around that. And I mean truthfully. Truthfully proclaim what you want out of your life, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be this big gargantuan goal. It could be whatever you want it to be. But think about that and truly live in that. What do I want my life to look like? If I don't want to hang around this crew, I'm not going to hang around that crew. If I don't want to be around these people, I'm not going to be around these people. If I want to live in this country, I'm going to live in that country. Whatever I want to do, I'm going to do. Because ultimately, this is your life and we only get one of these lives. And I provide the strategies and methodologies for you to have the finances to live that life however you want to live it, whatever you want to do. That's what I'm able to provide on this YouTube channel, the strategies and the growth strategies to be able to live your life as you see fit, because that's how life is supposed to be. Life is not supposed to be, I make $35 an hour. The other thing is always be in constant pursuit of knowledge. I am always looking to learn more things, which is why this year, I'll probably crack $300,000 in education, courses, consulting, mentors, calls with people. I'll probably crack that number this year. It's because I'm always learning. I want to learn. I want to be the best I can possibly be. And when people do well for themselves, most of the time they stop learning because they get into this egotistical cycle of, man, I'm rich, I've done well, and this is great, and I'm better than all these people. And that's the worst thing you can do. And it's the best way to go right back to broke. And so I keep myself in a constant state of being a student, no matter what. I keep myself in a constant state of learning. And when you keep yourself in a constant state of learning, you can just get better. Because I want to be the best. I want to be the absolute best at everything that I do. I want to be the best father. I want to be the best husband. I want to be the best businessman. I want to be the best overall man. And so because I want to be the best version of myself, because I don't want to get to 80, 90, 100 years old and be like, damn, I should have done this, I'm always learning. And I'm always applying what I learned immediately. This for me is not about just like, it's not about even like being happy all the time. It's just about being proud of the work that I've done. That's what this is about for me. I want to be proud of the body of work that I've put in. I want to be proud of what I've done. And you should want to be proud of yourself. So ask yourself, when you walk through your life and you look at the last 5 months, you had New Year's. Most of you have probably already fucked off your New Year's resolution. And be honest with yourself. You probably have. And if that's you, well then, why? Why are you disrespecting yourself? Why are you disrespecting your goals? Why are you disrespecting your word? Why are you disrespecting your family? You said you were going to do this. Why haven't you done it yet? You said you were going to start the business. Why haven't you started the business yet? You said you were going to get in shape. Why haven't you gotten in shape yet? You said you were going to go to the gym. Why haven't you gone to the gym yet? You said you were going to make more money. Why haven't you made more money yet? Why? Sit there and ask yourself, why am I not accountable for the things that I say I'm going to do? Why am I not the best version of myself? Ask yourself these questions. You want to be the best version of you. You don't want to go another 2 years, another 3 years and be like, damn, I wasted so much time because I didn't do this then. I should have done it then. I had the opportunity and it passed me up. Life passes you up. Life is not going to wait for you. It will pass you up. And so many of you think that life is just going to wait. So many of you think that this is just, you get another shot. You get another chance. There is no tomorrow. Like Apollo Creed said, there is no tomorrow. You only have today. And I take this into my life and it makes me so much better than the people that try to compete with me. Because I live and work every single day like it's my last. So at the end of this day, that's the legacy that I left. I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. You have no clue. And it's hubris to think that. It's hubris to think that you have another 10 years. What if you don't? How much more differently are you going to move then? This is how you become the anomaly. You become the anomaly by saying, this is what I have today. And today I have to be the best version of myself. And if God willing, I get tomorrow, I'm going to be the best version of myself. And I'm going to set my vision and my action plan to be exactly what I want it to be. Because most people live life by default. And when you live life by design, you become the best version of yourself. Then you become the 1% of 1%.